Taurus, I'd firstly like to explore your love and relationships though, because I did mention that a lot of things are divided. There's a split, there's pain or conflict between past and present, between the past and the future, and maybe some of you are at a standstill looking to the future, feeling hopeful for the future. So let's have a look and see how these messages apply for you in terms of love, romance and relationships. Taurus. Love, romance and relationships. Let's get some cards to clarify what's going on here for you. Okay, the Sun, Justice, Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, and the Four of Wands. Okay, it's definitely a very, very mixed outcome for a lot of you. The Tower card present indicates a dissolving of a relationship, or a relationship that's turning somewhat catastrophic or self-sabotaging. I said that someone's prepared for battle, someone's not eager to change, someone's not eager to let you into their life, or someone's just being too conflicting here. Conflicting stories, conflicting wants, conflicting hopes. And in fact, that's of course is breaking down the very foundations on which this relationship stands. So I feel there's rocky foundations coming in for some of you in your relationships. You've been on a cycle with this person, so for some it could be someone you're divorcing, because it sits on top of the Justice card, which can indicate contracts, legalities, justice, fairness, and the legal system getting involved in your relationships. It could be with a Libra or an Aries here as well. But look, the Tower card really is in conjunction with these two cards here, with this side of the reading, of the general read, because I feel like the Tower card is just things are dissolving, and it's chaotic, and it's a whirlwind of emotion, and it's traumatic. And I'm not sure if you're thinking about this past, or someone that has caused you these Tower moments is actually coming back into your life, and you're torn. You're torn whether to take them back in and look to the future and be hopeful for the future that something could happen. For some, I feel like there's a sudden pregnancy, or a one-night stand may turn somewhat chaotic here, and it could involve a pregnancy. I feel like for others, for those that are married, you've got the marriage card here. For some that are married, I feel like there's obstacles coming up with the Tower card. There's shaky foundations coming in. Now, that's not to say you can't grow from them. I think you can, but it's going to take a while for you to get through these obstacles that you will have in front of you. Now, looking at these other cards, I feel as though for others, it's the other side of the spectrum here, and something is in its early stages. I think fate, you've got fated opportunities, cycles coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. Absolutely. I love that this has come up, karmic energy with the Justice card. Someone's going to receive their karma, Taurus, this month. Now, it could be you, or it could be someone you've been dealing with, in particular an air sign, or possibly even fire. But I feel as though, or even a fellow earth sign, but I feel as though someone's receiving their karma and justice is finally being served. Now, something is coming to light here. Deceit, unfairness, inequality, and it's going to, as I said, shake the foundations of the relationship. But for others, I feel like you're meeting someone new, or you're becoming more connected with someone here romantically. And what I really like about this, Taurus, is that with the Sun card, it says that this is someone that's very open. Now, they're very open-minded, and they're very receptive to what it is that you can offer them, and vice versa. There's also children involved here. So for some of you, you're actually meeting someone that's married and has children, or that is coming out of a marriage and already has children. Whilst for others, karma and fate is sending you someone that is marriage material, that can offer you a family that you're actually going to meet very, very quickly. It's a very electric meeting. It's intense. It's physical attraction, but it's also someone that's very sensual and nurturing, which is a very benevolent energy that they're coming through with, which is absolutely beautiful, because they are coming up. For some, I feel like that's your Empress. So someone that's got this wonderful divine energy about them. Now, regardless if you're a male or a female watching this, the Empress energy is someone very nurturing, and is someone that is able to change, or someone that is able to grow, and someone that can make things happen in the relationship, can make things happen for you or for the relationship. So it's someone that's willing to do a lot. They can sacrifice themselves, they can change things because they're willing to put in the hard work, because they believe in this relationship, and they will nurture it. They're so dedicated to watching it grow and to pleasing you, Taurus. So they're bringing about a very wonderful energy here. There is a celebration coming in for some of you. Some of you, you're meeting someone either at a celebration or at an event of some kind, and you might have an argument with this person actually. Now, this could be work related, but I think it's more romantic than anything else. And I'm not sure if this is you're trying to keep things professional or you're trying to keep things civil. I can see you doing this, however, the other person is actually going to blow up. So there's some sort of argument or some sort of explosive confrontation that is going to occur for some of you. And it could very well occur at a public place, at an event of some kind, or in front of your children, or it could even be at a trial or at a divorce hearing for some of you that are going down that way. But apart from this, I think you're hopeful for the future, because I think you have marriage in your future, or you're talking about marriage. You're talking about commitment here. You're talking about children. So this could very well be with the person you're currently involved with now. Or I think, there's something to do with children about this person. Either they teach children, maybe they're in the legal system, maybe they run events, they manage events. With the Wheel of Fortune here, they make things happen for people. They bring them fortune. Maybe they work with finance, because the Queen of Pentacles rules the physical realm, the monetary assets and material gains in our physical realm as well. So this could be prominent for you. I will leave it at that though, Taurus, and continue on with your career facet and see how these messages apply for your career and business and creative pursuits. Okay, an important meeting takes place with an important conversation in regards to an ending and a future. Okay, there's endings happening for some of you, or major transformations with the Death card here. Some of you are moving on to bigger and better things, as indicated by the Cancer card here, the Chariot. This is growth, recognition and movement, which is always very positive. The Empress has come up twice. So double whammy, a lot of manifestations and physical gains that will appear in your career. A brand new office, new tools of trade, a new laptop to work with, a new computer, new money, a salary, increased responsibility, increased benefits, which is really nice. It's double whammy, very beautiful energy here. But important conversations are taking place in the workspace, especially with an air sign. The Air King is coming up here, so it could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Leo, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius you're dealing with. I see the Empress as an earth sign. Some see her as a sun sign. Please take it as you interpret it. But I feel as though this person is coming in and you're having a conversation about an ending or a beginning. The Three of Wands points to new beginnings, new ventures, but it's quite a large journey ahead, quite an arduous journey ahead. For some, I feel like some of you will be involved in a conversation about someone else, and it's about someone else's endings, because you've got a lot of signs here. And I think the two of you are coming together to discuss someone else's future. It may be your own future here, because the King of Swords represents an important conversation that needs to take place, one that requires a lot of thinking, analyzing options and brainstorming, so to speak. So for some, it could be a presentation at work that's coming up, whilst for others, I feel like your future or your ending is somehow intertwined in this conversation here. Now, the Death card could symbolize a conversation, or someone, an employer from your past, actually reaches out to you in hopes to reconnect with you and work with you in the future, is what I'm understanding here. For others, I feel like you might even be receiving an ultimatum. The Seven of Pentacles underneath here, the Death card. Maybe it's some of you that haven't had your priority hasn't been work, or hasn't been able to commit to work or business. And there's some sort of ultimatum here. It's quite a threatening energy even for some of you with the Death card and the Three of Wands. It's almost like, well, if something doesn't change, we're going to have to let you go. Or if something doesn't change, we'll have to take further action. But it could come a little bit threatening, more so to the ego than anything else. But I don't think you're in jeopardy. I think it's more to do with there's severe things that may be going on at work, but I don't think your position is in jeopardy, because you don't have shaky foundations with a business. That's more in relation to relationships with the Tower card that came up here. But I think for the most part, there's talks or collaborations in regards to your future. For some of you, if you have a business, you're actually collaborating with someone here. with the Two of Cups. It could be someone you're involved with romantically or someone you'll actually end up involved with romantically. Or this business may have something to do with connecting people from different areas of life, connecting them for beauty products, connecting them for automobiles, connecting them for the metaphysical services, connecting them to talk about their future, maybe future jobs or roles or recruitment or something like this as well. But there's still steps that need to be taken. You know, the Eight of Wands is all about baby steps and looking to manifest things for the future. For some, I see there's a meeting taking place or an interview and it's not going to go so well. And I feel like there may be some sort of confrontation, or they may not even bring up your future growth or development in the company, so to speak. And this may actually put you off, Taurus, and you may think you're above this and it's not worth exploring, and this opportunity is perhaps not worth pursuing. And so be it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Because there's a lot of people you're connecting with, but influential people, you know, the Air King, the Chariot, the Death card, the Empress, very influential people. Especially if you've got a business, I think there's quite lucrative changes that are occurring within the business sense, which is very, very positive here. But just be careful, you know, with the Death card. For some of you, I feel like if it's your past taxes, or if you've had copyright issues, or you've had past legalities, I feel like they're coming back around this month. Either someone influential or important with a very large, well-known, reputable organization approaches you wanting to talk about your past business history, your registration, you know, maybe your taxes, maybe your services, maybe there's been a complaint against you. I did talk about conflict and things and people wanting to go into battle. So if you have a business, maybe this could be someone that's trying to dispute an unfair dismissal, for example, or a workers' compensation case. So I think this sort of energy is coming in around you. So I think it's a long way ahead still. So something is still in its early stages, but this may be the case for some of you. But it will eventually end, because the Death card does bring a major ending. So there could be a major ending happening here within the workplace. Either you yourself are ending the workplace, a legal battle is ended. You know, maybe there's a loss of someone in the workspace, whether it is actually the death of someone you're working with, or perhaps this person is leaving the company altogether, and maybe this paves way for new opportunities. But an ending will bring a new beginning of sorts, and there'll be conversations about these new beginnings that will need to take place. So look, I will leave it at that, Taurus. I hope this reading has been insightful. It's been a pleasure reading for you.